What makes Hell's Kitchen such a great show is that despite having the same relative structure season after season, millions of fans come back each year to watch it anyway, as the concept of Gordon Ramsay losing his marbles because of amateur chefs making stupid mistakes is still funny even after 21 seasons. But every once in a while, Ramsay and production do switch things up, and while sometimes these twists can be fun, the sudden change in format can really screw over certain contestants. What's going on, guys? I'm FlynnMasters, and today, we'll be going over the Hell's Kitchen contestants most screwed by twists. Now, to be clear, I don't necessarily hate the twists shown in this video. I'm just pointing out the fact that because of these twists, contestants have been eliminated in ways you wouldn't expect, which while fun for the viewers, of course sucks for the chefs, and I want to pay my homages to those chefs in this video. Before we begin, if you like unique Hell's Kitchen content like this, then please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as this is the place to be if you love long and short form HK content. With all that said, let's take a look back at the Hell's Kitchen chefs most screwed by twist.
Bloody hell, here I go again.
The first time a chef was ever screwed by a twist was actually pretty satisfying, as the person screwed here was a very unlikable figure. At the final 4 of season 2, for the first time ever, the winner of the reward challenge would earn immunity, thus guaranteeing themselves a spot in the final 3. Virginia would be the one to come out on top, and was thus safe from elimination. However, when the final 4 service arrived, she had an abysmal night, so much so that Ramsay even removed her immunity.
Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
I can't. I can't, you guys. I can't.
Jesus.
Oh my
Either somebody
God.
help me or just slow it down. Save me a couple minutes on the cabbage. I just burnt the cabbage.
I've just burnt the cabbage.
Yes, chef. I burnt the cabbage, chef.
Hey, Missy,
Yes, chef.
you're no longer safe.
But just when it looked like Virginia's fate was sealed, Ramsay gave her another chance, as he said he was a man of his word, and if she wanted to keep immunity, she could. Virginia gladly accepted this offer, and thus, Sarah, who had also had a weak performance, was sent home. Now again, it's not like it was someone like Keith or Heather who got screwed by this twist, as Sarah was pretty bad all season, and the fact that she made it to the final 4 was insane in its own right. But still, not only did she get screwed by the introduction of the immunity twist, but the person who won it just so happened to suck even more than her all season. And not only that, but this twist would make a comeback in season 5, and the very same scenario happened with Ben and Andrea, the latter of whom being immune. However, Ben would get a second chance unlike Sarah, as Ramsay didn't feel it would be right to send home Ben when Andrea clearly had the worst service. So basically, in any other season, Sarah would have been virtually all but guaranteed a spot in the final 3. But this twist, combined with very unlucky circumstances, would send her home. But hey, honestly, I don't think too many people are upset that Sarah was the one who got screwed over.
Where's the turbot?
Chef, I haven't fired it yet.
No. She said that she's ready.
No, she didn't even start cooking it. You want to start lying to me.
I'm not lying to you, chef. She said that she's ready when I am.
I'm ready and wait for your call.
I'm ready.
Chef Ramsay can't stand you right now. I don't necessarily see that as such a bad thing.
I know fans are 50-50 on the Cook for Your Life challenge, as yes, while it's an intense challenge and nice change of pace, it's also more of a MasterChef concept, and thus, we see chefs who are clearly stronger on the line and show signs of good leadership get eliminated over weaker chefs in that regard, which again, is the main skills you need to have to win Hell's Kitchen and become a great head chef. And for the first 11 seasons, we saw the usual Hell's Kitchen format play out, as chefs were eliminated due to the lack of leadership skills, the amount of mistakes they made on the line, or a combination of both. However, at the final 12 of season 12, Ramsay mixed things up, as he had each team choose their weakest member to battle it out in a Cook for Your Life challenge. Richard and Jessica were the chefs chosen, with Jessica barely losing to Richard in heartbreaking fashion. Not only was Jessica screwed in the sense that she was the first ever chef to be eliminated via a challenge in Hell's Kitchen, but along with Christine in season 14, they both had a 50-50 shot in going, as opposed to later seasons, where you had more chances to save yourself, along with more chefs to hide behind. And speaking of those challenges, in season 16, we got introduced to the now common Black Jacket Lounge challenge, where the final 6 had to earn their black jacket through challenge dishes as opposed to a service. Andrew would be the one to go home here, and yes, while it's fair to say he had plenty of chances to save himself unlike Jessica and Christine, had this been any other prior season, he more than likely gets to the black jackets over the likes of Pauly or Kimberly, barring an incredibly bad service. We then saw this Cook for Your Life challenge happen twice in All-Stars through Young Guns, with one challenge taking place around the final 11, and the Black Jacket Lounge challenge taking place at the final 6, or even the final 7. And due to this twist, we've seen the likes of Giovanni, Jennifer, and Nikki go home far too soon, when in a normal dinner service scenario, they would have likely made it much further. Again, I do like the variety and the intensity that comes with these challenges, but still, it's gotta be so frustrating as a pro chef to do so well in Hell's Kitchen during dinner services, only to be eliminated over inferior competition in a MasterChef type challenge.
I thought I'd at least be in the finale, God forbid, and let alone a black jacket. I really let myself down. I feel like I kind of let my son down and everyone back home, so it's a rough feeling right now.
In season 19, for the first time in Hell's Kitchen history, a chef wouldn't even make it to the opening night dinner service, as the person with the worst challenge dish would be sent home. Kenneth would be the one to take the fall here over Elliot, who essentially quit that same episode, while Ava was eliminated in the same way the very next season over Matthew, arguably one of the worst chefs in Hell's Kitchen history. Again, fans are ambiguous when it comes to this twist, as it is quite the way to begin the season, but unfortunately for Kenneth and Ava, they literally had no chance to prove themselves on the line, which again, is the main bulk of being a great chef, and something that no other chef in the first 18 seasons had to worry about. Now, I'm not saying that Kenneth or Ava would have gone on to win their season or anything, but just look at past winners like Rock, Danny, and Latasha, who all could have potentially suffered the same fate had this challenge dish elimination always been a thing. And man, to add insult to injury, could you imagine how pissed off the two must have been watching season 21?
Give me a jacket.
Chef, I feel that I should stay in Hell's Kitchen.
You've got one more chance. Back in line.
That was easy.
But without question, the chef most screwed over by a twist in Hell's Kitchen is Nick from Hell's Kitchen All-Stars. We all know the story by now, but for those unaware, Nick had dominated the entire season of All-Stars and was well on his way to a win, becoming a legend of the show in the process. And the person that stood in his way was Benjamin, as Millie and Michelle would finish in the same exact spots they did in season 14, as Millie got 4th place while Michelle got 3rd. Or well, that's at least what should have happened.
Michelle,
Yes, Chef.
you are gonna have to stay a while longer. First time ever in the history of Hell's Kitchen, 3 chefs are going into the finals.
Yep, for the first time in Hell's Kitchen history, the finale would consist of 3 chefs instead of 2. So instead of an all but virtually guaranteed win next to the 41-year-old Benjamin, Nick still had some work to do. But if anyone can overcome this adversity, it's Nick, as I'm sure Gordon Ramsay will love his final 3 challenge dishes, and he'll still make it to the finale.
Benjamin.
Yep, not only was Nick screwed in the fact that Michelle got saved by the first ever Final 3 finale twist, but he wasn't even eliminated by Chef Ramsay. He was eliminated by a freaking restaurant CEO, an absolute joke to the integrity of the show. We saw the same thing happen to Declan and Kaya in seasons 19 and 20, but unlike Nick, I don't think they were winning anyway, even if they were to make it to the final 2. Nick was on his way to not only winning Hell's Kitchen, but winning in absolute dominant fashion, but I guess we simply needed one more BS elimination from All-Stars to finish off the season.
It sucks that it came down to basically one dish, even though you put so much effort into your food. Just knowing you lost and you disappointed your sous chef and your chef, no one wants to have that feeling.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video of Hell's Kitchen's most twist-screwed contestants. If you enjoyed it and want to see more content like this, then please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know your opinions about these twists in the comments below. With all that said, take care everyone, and I'll see you next time.
Get out of there.